and podcast. We had an off week yesterday so that we could come back to you with some heat this week because, Scotty, football's back.
Football, dude, football's back. And you said we had an off day yesterday, and I love you for it.
Week.
Gosh.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
No, it's cool.
Off
You're
week
tired.
last week.
But rest up.
But this pod, right, but this pod is the pop.
It's about to fucking pop, dude.
NFL's back. Yeah, and Zack's not with us, so it's just Scotty and I. But we'll try to bring the heat. Scotty, tomorrow, Cowboys, Bucks. Just what's your excitement level? I mean, what are you looking for in this game? There's so many storylines. I think for every single game on the slate that it's crazy.
Yeah, and you know what? What my problem with Bucks Cowboys is tomorrow is the fact that I've been so excited for game one. I never see the board right in game one. Never.
Oh, Scotty, I'm with you. I can't see this game for the life of me.
I'm blinded on the board on this one. And
the thing is, I love the board Sunday.
I love the board Sunday. Chalk.
Exactly.
It's fucking chalk.
I love the board Sunday, but this game I can't see. And I guess we'll get into it because Boardwalk is back.
Yes, sir.
And we already have Zack's pick, so Scotty and I will give ours, and then we'll do Zack. We also have Zack's lock of the week of the century. We have a football-related mock draft of your favorite parts of the first NFL Sunday, aka Christmas. Stand and bunk of the week, start of sit of Mo is where we'll start. So Scotty, how about you give me a stand?
A stand is the Saturday. Did you just video call me?
Yeah, I turned on video.
Oh, okay, nice. So that's just what that noise was. But my stand of the week is going to be the Saturdays before NFL Sunday. The Saturday before NFL Sunday, where you just get to watch a bunch of college football. Even if you lose bets or even if you are having a bad day, you have a full literal slate the next day. And not only throughout the season, but week one, you have the entirety of the first NFL slate. So you've been deprived of NFL for for 7 months, and that Saturday where we personally are going to be at the book, and little smoky cigs. Don't tell the women. I was talking to my mother tonight, and I was like, I can't wait to be engulfed in a windowless environment with a bunch of degenerates just watching sports. Everyone just I can't wait to leave that place depressed.
Yeah, it's like if I had a son, he'd be like, Dad, why are you live betting Eastern Illinois plus 42.5? I'm like, well, son, you know how you have Christmas? I have Eastern Illinois plus 42.5. And then also this Saturday, you can bet based off overreactions in week one of college football and be like, oh my god, I thought this team sucked, and then they'll win by 70. Oh,
I know, dude. That was probably the case with, and still is with, Ohio State. Everyone thought, no one knows what to think or make of teams who lost all these starters. Notre Dame, by the way, should have lost, but Notre Dame lost what?
That was a fucking great game.
That was such a good game. We don't deserve football. That's a stardom for me. But I'll get more into that. But the fact that all these players are just getting are just leaving to go to the NFL, you just never know how good teams are going to be. So I'll just bet blindly in week one. And it's NBCSports.com told me on this brief article I skimmed that their offense is supposed to be okay. So it's minus 13.5.
I was thinking of something here.
Why don't you explain to the viewers what you got going on there?
That is great radio. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Washington lost to Montana. And it's Washington sucks. They'll win by 27 this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good stand. College football obviously back. The crowds really hit different. Enter Sandman at Virginia Tech was awesome. Jump around at Wisconsin. They were jumping around. rock fight game. My state of the week, not college football related, but it was something I shared in the chat. It was my total at Kroger at $34.29, and then when I used my Kroger Plus card, it went to exactly $29.99.
Oh, yes.
Was basically an instant orgasm when I saw that. There's nothing better to be like, I can't believe I just got off $5 on these guys. They have no idea. They're losers.
Dude, yeah, I literally just came from Kroger and I put in that I put in my alternate code and you just watch like all the green. I just feel like I want to bet. I'm like, fuck, I just dick these dudes over so hard.
Yeah, especially if like you spend like over $100, you get like $15 off. You're like, that's a parlay.
Yeah, that's a free fucking parlay, dude. That Kroger just handed to me.
And it's gonna hit. I'll go into my bunk of the week. So today I covered a football practice, and after the practice I was interviewing the coach, and basically all the players had to go downhill to get to the locker room, so it was just me and the coach up on the field. And then after we got done with the interview, I was walking back towards the parking lot, and he like told me bye, and it was a classic like, I came in like this, he came in like this for the handshake.
Oh boy.
I was going knuckles, and then like instantaneously he went like this and I went like that. Oh my god. So I went knuckles, he went handshake, and then we flip-flopped for each other the exact same time. Just a brutal like first impression.
Dude, I had a similar like just you know those moments that you just want to like die, like literally just drop dead. I literally in the Kroger parking lot. Apparently, I just came away with like mad stories from Kroger. But I was walking to my car with my groceries, and this fella came over. Down syndrome, whatever. Down syndrome Kroger worker, and he offered to help me, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? You know, and like I didn't know how he was gonna help. And he just started handing me like the bags from my car, and I was like, okay, cool, like I appreciate that. And then like he gets to the last bags in his hand. He's like, I got a big tip today, and I was like, what? I was like, he's like, I got a big tip today. I was like, oh sweet. He's like, yeah, it was awesome. Take it easy, man. I was like, did he expect me to tip him? Because I would have just like done this shit myself, dude. I don't got any money. Like, you got Venmo?
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I was just like, well, that's fuck. I bet that was awesome.
Would have been like 10 times better if he like you're like, I don't have any cash on me, buddy. Sorry. And then he pulls out like that credit card chip reader.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh no, here you go.
Yeah, or like you just like his Venmo was already pulled up. Like, just scan it.
You know, it would have been like, what if he just like held the bags, like held the Kroger bags? He's like, I got a big tip today. He's like, oh, sweet. You want to give me those? He's like, can I?
Well, I guess you're not getting your own.
No kisses? Well, yes. I guess you're not getting your groceries.
Stardom. I'll start. How about Sorry Not Sorry is my stardom. Paul Pierce. He remember he got fired from ESPN for that stripper video.
Yep.
He basically came out. He was interviewed by someone who wrote a story about him, and he basically said like, I'm not gonna apologize. Like I was done with ESPN anyway. I hated the travel and I hated talking about LeBron that much.
Right.
Yeah, and then like basically his agent said like this could affect your Hall of Fame voting, and he was like, "There's players in the Hall of Fame that like openly did cocaine. Like I'm good." Yeah,
isn't there like openly homophobes in the Hall of Fame now? Isn't Hardaway in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, sure there are. But yeah, he was just like, dude, there's people that have openly done drugs in there, and like, yeah. I'm divorced, I'm retired, I'm single. Like, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, no
Maybe
doubt.
he was doing something wrong with breaking protocols in California with COVID, but that's a whole different issue. So,
I mean, dare I say that's just the truth?
Nice.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
I was working on that.
Like, if you look, I just saw some like random Celtics people like just putting up pictures of his like Pro Basketball Reference page. It is kind of ridiculous how good he was, and like no one really cared because he was like the last of the like mid-range jump shot shooters. Like, he wasn't Klay Thompson.
Yeah, right.
But, all right, your starter?
Yeah, mine's gonna be Milton, that quarterback for Florida State. As soon as he went into the game, reminds you why you love sports, and reminds you why you took Florida State plus 7.5. I didn't even make anything of it, but Zack, was in the DMs the entire night, like, I have, like, on his bet, like, he wants to ride the ride with the boys during every game, and I can respect that. But as soon as that Milton completed that first pass along the sideline and they kept him in, I was like, buddy, Zack, there's no fucking shot this hits. Not with, like, that story and, like, that, like, it was just like a weird magic in the. I'm surprised they lost. I can't believe that they lost. They iced their own kicker.
Oh, especially when Michael Mayer dropped that ball that would have put them in field goal range.
Yeah.
Like, to end the game.
Yeah.
And then, somehow you ice your own kicker. I get it. It wasn't really an ice. They were trying to move the ball up. But, like, they challenge it, get the ball moved up, and then Florida State misses the kick.
You know what was funny? In the beginning of the game, Mayer dropped another one on, like, 3rd down. And the announcer's like, oh, you probably won't see that. He's like, he'll probably drop two of those all year. And he literally dropped one in the most crucial part of the game.
It's funny because I covered him in high school at Covington Catholic, and I was like, oh my God, if Notre Dame loses this, Michael Mayer might get death threats.
Oh, God.
Like, I was, like, dead serious about it, too. I was like, he probably will. He drops that ball. My sit-em is UConn head football coach Randy Edsall. So, basically, Scotty, let me run you down the history of UConn football real quick. 2018, they went 1-11. 2019, they went 2-10. They opted out last year for COVID, so they didn't have a season. So
what a job! I want that job to opt out and just chill with a paycheck.
And then this year, they lost 45-0 to Fresno State. And then lost 38-28 to Holy Cross Saturday. And after the Holy Cross loss, Randy Edsall basically was like, I'm retiring at the end of the year. Like, throwing in the towel. UConn, like, historically known as being, like, the worst Division I program out there. He's like, I'm retiring at the end of the year. And then the next day, the school was like,
no,
you're fired.
Yeah, you're fucking out.
Fired. Yeah. I was like, nice try.
Don't humble yourself, bitch. You're fucking fired.
Yeah, so UConn, what once was 2011 Fiesta Bowl against Oklahoma, and now they're like the worst of the 100-something Division I programs. You got to sit them.
Yeah, it's gonna be weddings before NFL Sunday during COVID.
You think?
Because, and this was actually my bunk, but whatever. It's moving into a sit-em. It all kind of works together, but the fact that weddings, well, I never, like, the parking lot story was actually not even listed as my bunk. This was my bunk, but anyway, the weddings. So I went to a wedding last week, and granted, dude, I fucking love weddings. I'll go to a wedding even if I don't know the bride and groom. They gotta, I mean, whatever. But the fact that it's during COVID, and I was a part of the party, the wedding party, and the best man ended up getting COVID after he had tested negative before like the week prior. So, we thought we were all good, but turns out motherfucker had COVID after all. Little silver lining, and I don't know how this works, but he was not vaccinated. And so to me, I was like, oh, that's good because, I mean, that means my vaccine should just work. It's not a breakthrough case. It's not like a Delta variant that's like eating through vaccines, right? Well, apparently that just means I have a stronger ability to just carry it and like to another person who's unvaccinated.
Okay.
I don't really know how that is, but before NFL Sunday,
that's tough.
I mean, it's tough, dude. Any other week, I would just be like, any other, like, even 2 weeks from now, even like any week during the summer, I would have been like, oh, whatever, I'll fucking quarantine for 2 weeks. It's no big deal. But now it's like,
it doesn't matter that it's 1 week. Basically less than a week.
Yeah. But you know what?
But you got your rapid test back, right?
I did the at-home test. It's negative so far. I'm gonna have to take another one tomorrow. It's like 20. They're meant to be taken 24 to 36 hours apart, just to be sure.
Okay.
And so I'm taking another one tomorrow, and then maybe I'll even go take a rapid one on Friday before I head out on Saturday if I can get an appointment. But that's just to be, triple sure. But I don't want anything ruining my weekend experience, and I feel fine. Is it selfish that I'm just like, man, I don't really want to take a test because if it's positive and I feel fine, I'm going to feel like, damn it, I should have just went. But, it's just fucking responsible shit to do. But, god damn it.
Yeah. Well, real quick, just while we're on the topic of weddings, is that I have to go to a wedding on Sunday, September 27th.
Oh, no.
23.
What are you going to do? How are you going to tell them you're not going?
I know, right? It's at 6 o'clock, so I will get to see the 1 o'clock slate and then basically leave.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to have, laptops running. I don't know. I'll figure out the way to watch some of the 4 o'clock games. And, it's a Sunday night wedding. That's so stupid.
Yeah, have it at a bar so we can watch the games. That's just selfish.
Yeah, and it's just a reception, too. So, I don't know.
Oh.
But when I found out it was on a Sunday, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what are you doing?
All right. Scotty, how about we run down just every game on the slate this week and just give your, irrational thoughts of, what will happen?
Love it. Do it. Let's do it.
So, I'll start. The Cowboys secretly. All right, Cowboys Bucks Thursday. Dak Prescott hasn't been cleared to throw yet, unbeknownst to none of us. And Zeke runs the ball 75 times for 80 yards. Buccaneers 39-7. All right, you go.
You want me to give off stats, irrational outcomes.
It basically, irrational reactions to the Sunday slate.
Okay. I think the Bucks go up early, and then the Cowboys try to make it a game. They'll either score a field goal and take another touchdown, but then the Bucks will score 3 straight times. And then it's going to be Dak passing for 39 times. And, Ezekiel Elliott out of the backfield until, in the fourth quarter, maybe you just see him sitting on the bench because he's kind of, they're down too much. And, and then I think the Cowboys try to make it interesting early. You're like, oh, this is a game. It's 7-3, and then it kind of the rails go off early to mid second quarter.
I'm picturing the start of the game now. Cowboys get the ball, the crowd's going nuts. They just had their Super Bowl ceremony. They sack Dak Prescott on third down.
Yeah.
And then the Buccaneers immediately score a touchdown on offense. And It's oh, there they go. They're running away with it. And then just quietly Dallas keeps it close for a minute.
Yep.
All right. I'll just go with one game, and then you pick another game, and then I'll pick another game, so we don't each both do the same.
Yep.
Eagles Falcons 87-84. Falcons lose on a last-second field goal.
Steelers Bills in Buffalo. A dildo or two lands on the field, but Josh Allen looks like an early MVP. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but a 24-16. Oh fuck no, that doesn't work. 24-19 win for Buffalo.
Cover the spread. Vikings Bengals. Joe Burrow dives in for the game-winning touchdown, but his ACL's back to the 10-yard line.
Oh God! What's the final?
7-6.
Oh God! Under.
Wait, no, 9-6 Vikings in overtime because Ryan McPherson misses the extra point after Burrow's touchdown.
Oh, perfect.
And the Vikings won in overtime.
Yep. Yeah. 49ers Lions. 49ers absolutely destroy the Lions, but the main thing that comes out of the game is just a clip of Dan Campbell doing something on the sideline that that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, Dan Campbell breaking his headset and just sending in plays on a note card because he's old school.
Yeah, or rallying his team, but they're down 27 in the fourth. It's who gives a shit? But everyone's you can't teach this kind of leadership on Twitter, and that's the only thing that gets taken away from the game.
Yeah, Dan Campbell post-game quote is not the outcome we wanted, but we were the tougher team out there today.
Yeah.
We were the four tougher team.
Not happy with the result, but proud of our guys for fighting through it in their first game.
Kyler Murray, their Cardinals Titans. Derrick Henry runs 75 times for 380 yards. Cliff Kingsbury looks amazing. Shootout, Titans win in overtime. AJ Brown.
So you're saying you like the over? Got it.
Yes.
Seahawks Colts. Carson Wentz is playing on knees by the end of it because he just doesn't have legs. Seahawks win 23-9.
Seahawks have every advantage, but they win it the last second because they can't blow teams out.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah. Chargers Washington. Justin Herbert struggles, but so does Ryan Fitzpatrick. I feel like this game comes down to a field goal. Don't know why. I think the Chargers miss it, and Washington wins 16-14.
Oh, please, God, let that be true. Jets-Panthers revenge game. Darnold hooks up.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this game.
Darnold hooks up with Robbie Anderson in the end zone twice. And the Panthers win 28-14.
Oh, my God.
They're the later touchdowns.
Jaguars, Texans, who cares?
Who
cares?
Tyrod Taylor wins it. It's actually, I like Texans money line.
I could absolutely see the Texans winning that game.
Easily.
They could pull off the Jaguars from last year, win week one opener, home dog against a divisional team, and then lose the rest of the game.
And the Colts were good last year. I mean the fucking tell me where the Jacksonville Jaguars are better than the Texans. At quarterback, okay, but it's his first fucking game, and he has no talent around him.
Yeah, I don't know how. The defense, no.
No.
I mean, a rock fight game. All right.
Oh, it's me.
Browns. Yeah.
Oh, Browns Chiefs. I think the Chiefs blow them out, but the Browns make I think the Browns make it close until mid third quarter, and then the Chiefs score 17 unanswered.
Dolphins Patriots. A running back we have never heard of comes in for the Patriots and runs for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and everyone's an idiot for drafting Damian Harris, and I suck for taking his over 850.
Yeah.
Packers Saints. Jameis Winston throws 2 picks, but 3 touchdowns.
Oh.
No, that's fuck. I have to think about what I have, man. No, he does 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, but the Packers score a field goal more.
Okay. Broncos Giants. Teddy Bridgewater, Daniel Jones. First one at 200 passing yards loses. So Daniel Jones gets to 201. Teddy stays at 177, and the Broncos pull out a 19-16 win.
I love it. Bears Rams. I'm bored already. The Rams. No one on unless Justin Fields was playing, I wouldn't this game would be more interesting. But I'm sorry for your boy. It doesn't really excite me on Sunday Night Football. 20-10 Rams.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it Boardwalk. All right, we'll start with Boardwalk Thursday Night Football game. Dallas is 8.5-point dog right now.
Oh.
Tampa Bay obviously favored. Total 51.5. Scotty, we're back. Boardwalk.
Oh. Wait, what's don't we have a Boardwalk song that goes before every Boardwalk?
No, I don't think. It never got recorded.
It never got recorded. This year is the year it gets recorded in.
Okay.
It has
We'll make that a point. Why don't you start? Give us our first pick of Boardwalk.
I like the over.
Oh.
I like the over 51.5. I think Tom Brady uses his weapons and scores a lot, but you know what? Every time Tom Brady plays a game to start the season, it's always high scoring. Last year, even every season opening game has seemingly in the last couple of years have been high scoring. The Chiefs and the Texans last year went to 80 fucking points or something. I think it was 52-35, right? Or no, am I wrong?
No, that was in the playoffs. Last year they went under on week 1.
Did they? Okay, so it was by a half a point that they went under.
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, I remember Brady playing in the first game against the Chiefs, and that game was a high scoring game.
The Kareem Hunt game.
The Kareem Hunt game. I think Tampa Bay probably covers 8.5, but I'm gonna take the over 51.5 here and chalk it up to Dallas scoring a late touchdown or two in garbage time.
I'm taking Dallas plus 8.5. My only reasoning is because, like, every square person is taking Tampa Bay right now. Like, a day before the game, being like, "Oh, Tampa at home? They won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady."
Yep.
And it's Dallas or nothing for me because this line was 6.5 to open. It went up to 8.5.
Yeah.
And
it went up to it was like 7.5 last week.
Yeah, and it'll probably get higher before kickoff because everyone will start betting it tomorrow. The public will at least. So that's we talked before.
Sharp.
I can't see the board. Can't see the board for this game.
Yeah.
But I like Sunday's slate. So I'm just saying this is Dallas or pass for me, and since it's boardwalk, I won't bet this personally, but I'll take Dallas plus 8.5.
Yeah. Let me just say, life is too short to bet the under. First game of the year, come on, let's go over. Let's get some points, get the fans excited.
That's exactly what Zach's doing. He's taking under 51.5.
Oh, bomber. I'm actually happy. We have a Crossfire. Are we still doing those $5 a Crossfire?
Yeah. I gotta send some Venmo requests for the Hopeless Fan Bet Tracker from last year.
Yeah.
Because
let me know when my money comes in.
What?
I think me and Zack are even, and you just ended up just hustling us.
Yeah, well, Jason Witten under 39.5 catches.
Yeah, that was a fucking lock.
With Darren Waller.
Jesus Christ, that was a lock.
Also, with Dallas, too, plus 8.5, I feel like I don't think Tampa Bay is going to, like, I don't think Dak Prescott gets blown out.
Yeah.
So, like, even if it's double digits, the back door is going to be open, like, the entire game.
Yeah. And who knows, like, and you know what, like, Tampa Bay's defense and Tampa Bay's team didn't start playing, like, super well until the playoffs last year. And same goes with Brady. I mean, Brady's a game against the Saints last year, and game opener, that would have hit the over 51.5 too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's 34 to 23.
Yeah, and it's so, you know, in big time games, I like the over for Tampa Bay. But, like, remember that game against the Packers even last year? It's just, you know, another high powered offense. It's like they're good in clutch spots, but they'll give up points, I feel like. So I like that over.
Yeah, it does scare me if you do like under, just because it's like kind of the Hard Knocks effect. It's like, oh, Zeke lost 20 pounds.
Yeah, right.
Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Gallup. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we move into Sunday. Oh my God.
Oh,
Sunday.
please.
All right. Chargers. They are laying a point on the road against the football team. Scotty.
This is a fucking rat line, dude.
Rat line.
It's a rat line. I'm just gonna take.
It's a rat line because it's like, oh my God, it's 1 point and it's Justin Herbert against Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I'm taking the rat line. I'm not gonna fall for it. Actually, it's week 1, so can we say there's rat lines? I don't know. I'm taking Washington. I have it written down as Chargers, but I'm literally changing my pick right now and putting Washington because I'm taking the hometown effect. I'm fading the public on all this Justin Herbert hype, and like give him a fucking game to prove it first before we just new season.
We forget last year when like the Dolphins shut down Herbert and the Patriots went to LA and won like 45-0 against Herbert.
Yeah.
And it's like, and the Washington defense is like no slouch. They added William Jackson for the Bengals. Their defensive line with Montez Sweat and Chase Young coming off the edges. And they're going to have one of the best teams. That's why the total for this game is not even 45. And I'm on the Fitzpatrick hype train. I mean, some people aren't, but I'm taking Washington football team 2+1. This will be a definite pick where the Chargers win. The Chargers win, and Zach's like,
I told you,
like braggadocious.
Yeah. Is he taking Chargers?
Yeah, he took Chargers -1. Sorry, yeah, should have led with that. Okay, Seattle -2.5 at Indy. Also, Zach got to pick the games we were doing, so he just whatever he liked basically was the game that we're doing.
Oh, awesome.
So Seahawks win 2.5 on the road.
Well, you know what? If we get more picks, sorry, credit to that. If we get more picks than Zach, then that means we just bet better than the picks that he likes.
Right. Go against him every time. Yeah. Okay, Zack is taking Seattle -2.5. I am taking under 50 just because this is a game I passed on personally, but Zack put it in the chat, so we have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about Carson Wentz's foot. I think the Colts, if I wanted to expand this further, I would take Colts team total under, just because I think they have to take it slow and run the ball with Carson Wentz's foot. And, like, isn't it crazy? He was just like, it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks, and then, like, within 8 days, it was like, yeah, he's good for the opener.
Yeah,
that was just nuts to me. Yeah, it was, and I don't know if this is going to be Seattle letting Russ cook or Seattle run the ball and play defense, because Seattle's defense was actually a lot better the back half of last year when Russell Wilson stopped throwing so much and his MVP odds plummeted. So I'll roll with under week 1, just because I'm leaning that side based on the 2 offensive strategies that I think is going to happen. Like I said, I passed in real life.
Yeah, I am not touching this game either, but I'm going to take Seattle -2.5 here. I think earlier in the year, at least last year, I think they went away from letting Russ cook because, I mean, the team wasn't seeing as much success after the back half of last year. But I think with, like, the injuries, it's a new team for Indy. And, I mean, even if Carson Wentz can play in week 1, it's like, well, dude, how fucking 100% is he really? Like, what, like, you know,
right.
Who knows what it's going to be? I could be proven completely wrong, but Seattle to me just seems like the better team. They got their contract situations out with their left tackle and Jamal Adams, so I feel like they're the more complete team at this point.
The same with Carson Wentz is the same reason I like the under in Jacksonville Houston, because, like, Jacksonville's preseason was not great, and, like, how easy would it be for Trevor Lawrence to just be like, ease into this game, not do too much, feed the running game, play field position, and just get out of there with a win in your first game.
Yeah.
As an NFL head coach, if you're Urban Meyer, headache, and Lawrence. So, but that obviously
I don't like
important.
Lawrence lighting it up. I like his. I don't know what his passing yards total is, but that might be a little bit of an under with the passing.
I can get that for you. What do you think it would be?
265.
I also don't like his weapons. What would you say? 260?
265.5.
Is that what you saw, or is that really just a guess?
It's just a guess. Swear to God.
Oh, okay. Well, hate to disappoint everyone, but it's not posted yet. So, and whoops. All right.
I'll
Next
see you
game,
at the
the
counter.
revenge game we talked about. Yeah, no kidding. All right. The one I'm excited about, the Jets +5.5. At Carolina, 44.5 is the total. It's Zach Wilson, Robert Saleh, head coach rookie duo in Carolina against Sam Darnold, the former Jet, and I am taking the Jets +5.5. It's just kind of something where you like what you see in Zach Wilson in the preseason, and this line has gone up like 2 points. I think it was 3.5 to open, 5.5 now, and for what reason? For what reason at all? Are the Panthers
because of
stock rising?
I think it's because people saw the Panthers preseason and Sam Darnold looked fucking good, and they like their weapons are capitalizing. Healthy CMC. I love the Panthers here. If this wasn't on Boardwalk, it'd be my lock. And I mean I love Panthers all the way from 4.5 to 5.5. I think it's a true revenge game for Sam Darnold to that organization, as well as, I mean, Robbie Anderson probably too, but like I think it's like poetry that Sam Darnold gets to play the Jets week 1, after he really never got as fair of a shot that he probably is now, and he's going to an offense with Joe Brady that he's going to be passing a lot more. They couldn't defend the pass, they couldn't defend the pass very well last year. They got J.C. Horn to slow that down a little bit.
Their defense was brutal last year.
Bad. But I like the Panthers' weapons on offense. I think they have a lot of weapons on offense. And I like Zach Wilson, I do, but I think the Panthers cover.
Yeah. Is this another, like, based on 2 factors? Is this like a Sam Darnold going over his passing yards with A, revenge factor, and B, maybe they don't give McCaffrey as much running attempts.
Yeah, who knows? I think it depends on the first couple drives, like how Darnold's like slinging it, because, I think right away they'll probably give CMC the ball, but they obviously don't want to work him into the ground like they did last year, and have him go out for the last 9 weeks of the season. So,
right, like Sam Darnold lining up though with McCaffrey in the backfield, Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore at receiver is like instantly better than anything he had with the Jets.
Honestly, how are the Jets at 44.5?
What? How are the Jets at 44.5 total?
Yeah. How is this 44.5?
You like over?
I do. You're talking about two defenses that are awful last year. I mean, cornerback, I think the Panthers cover, and I just said, like, oh, they got cornerback to help defend the pass more. But, like, that's 1 out of 11, and the Jets have some dudes coming back from injury, like Mosley and Avery Williamson, if he's even in the fucking on the Jets anymore. But, those defenses were fucking awful last year. And just because Salah's a defensive coach, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe that goes into a bonus for lock or something. Next game, Green Bay -4.5 at New Orleans. So it's at Jacksonville, actually, because of the hurricane. Total 49.5. Scotty, what do you got? Full disclosure, Zack and I already bet Green Bay -2.5 before the game was moved.
I like Green Bay -4.5.
Okay, you and Zack on the same side. Also, Zack had the Jets in the last game.
Hey, I need to say one more point on the Jets game. Jets Panthers.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about this, but I guess I should have if I'm making, put money where my mouth is. Robert Saleh is coming into the Jets, right? And he probably had to watch a lot of film, and I mean a lot of film from the Jets in the previous year. And who was their quarterback? He probably knows Sam Darnold as well as fucking his, he probably knows the way Sam Darnold plays from all the film that he's had to watch from the Jets as his fucking new coach.
Not to mention solid game plan for the Jets last year, week 2, in a game that we bet heavy and won.
Yeah.
That's a really great point.
But Sam Darnold made a dot in that game. Do you remember?
Oh?
Remember that dot?
Oh my God. To hit the over?
Yeah.
To hit the over?
Yeah.
To hit over? Oh my God, I was so mad. To hit over 43.5. All right. Green Bay, you like -4.5. I'm taking the over in that game. Neutral field, there's going to be limited fans just because I feel like Green Bay's not going to sell out the stadium driving down there. And the Saints, unfortunately, you got problems on the home front where some fans won't be able to travel and just some fans won't want to travel out there anyway. So I think this is more like a neutral site game and with less of a crowd, kind of like how we saw with the COVID last year where it impacted defenses the most negatively and helped the offenses with not a lot of crowd noise. So I really like over 49.5 in that game.
I like that too.
All right. Sunday night, Bears +7.5 at the Rams, total 47. This game seems just like the Bears-Rams last year on Sunday Night Football. The spread was 7. Nick Foles looked dreadful.
Yeah.
Couldn't move the ball. He has basically the same supporting cast around him.
Yeah.
Well, now it's Andy Dalton, obviously. Literally, this is just exactly like last year. I actually love the under in this game. Kind of like the first half under because Stafford and the Rams, they didn't play. Stafford didn't play in the preseason, so he's got the rust factor.
Rusts. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they take it slow. They're missing their top running back in Cam Akers.
I'll go with the full. Before Stafford gets hurt in the third quarter, you got to bet the over.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full game under 47.
Yep, me too. Love it. I mean, this even seems like the fucking game last year on Sunday Night Football.
That's what I said.
No. Not between these two teams. The first game, Rams versus Cowboys.
Oh my God.
That game was like pulling teeth, and not just because I had the fucking Cowboys, but that game seemed fucking boring, dude.
Yeah, I remember last year the Rams beat the Bears 24-10. I bet the Bears +7. they never once Nick Foles threw a red zone pick. That was the closest we came from covering. Yeah. The Rams scored on the first drive. They were up 7 the rest of the game. So yeah, screw the spread on this. I love Andy Dalton, nice guy, all-time big.
Nice guy.
If Andy Dalton,
soul of the earth.
If Andy Dalton was he would have every franchise record in Bears history if that was their quarterback. So just throwing that out there. Bonus and lock, Scotty. Bonus. I'm going college.
Oh. And I'm going. Okay. And I'm going our collective pick on Saturday, 12 p.m.
Okay.
We're watching points on points in the OSU Oregon game. I mean, OSU couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed against Minnesota. Minnesota has got fucking Andy Dalton light at quarterback.
Oh God, this is enough. That's enough. That was too much.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who's another Teddy Bridgewater light? I'll take it. I'll take it on the chin. But they someone who's not passing it down the field, and they still got they still had to put up so many points. We know their offense can. Ryan Day averages 49.8 points a game as coach, and Oregon can put up points too.
Yeah, and Oregon missing their number one pick in next year's draft at linebacker.
Yeah.
He's getting the Von Miller comparisons. What's the over? 63.5?
63.5.
All right, beautiful. I'm going with the Browns. +6 on the road against Kansas City. Kansas City, that offensive line is basically completely new, and not a good way to get familiar with your offensive linemen against a defensive line as good as Cleveland's. With Myles Garrett rushing you like that. So I like the Browns to run the ball, keep it close. I'm taking the Browns +6. It might be kind of foggy brain from that playoff game being so close because Mahomes got hurt and Butker missed a chip shot and all that. But I don't know. I like Cleveland. A team, that you bet to be the number 1 seed in the AFC, I don't think should be getting 6 points in Kansas City. So
that's fair.
Zach, a bonus for him is his Ravens -4.5. In Vegas. You like that too?
I do like that.
Okay. Is that your lock, or you want to go with your lock?
No, my lock is actually going to go to my team. It's, has it moved up everywhere at -3?
It's -3 across the board.
Is it? Oh, fuck. I have it at -2.5 all across the board. I have moneyline -130. Not to brag, but hopefully it goes back down. I don't know if it will.
Yeah.
I'll take the push if it happens by 3 points. I love the Broncos here. I do. I think their weapons. I think up and down the roster, and even at quarterback, do they have a better positional players than the Giants do? I mean, up and down the roster. I don't think there's one position that the Broncos are worse at than the Giants. So
yeah,
give me the Broncos.
Maybe running back.
Maybe running back. Maybe. No, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Running back, yes. But also, he's coming off injury. Evan Ingram's not going to play, probably. I mean, you're just...
But I feel like Saquon... It's going to be like last year, week 1, when Saquon played Pittsburgh. And he had 16 carries for 8 yards.
Yeah. It's just too tough to come back.
And how often does this happen? An entire slate to pick from, and all of our locks are the same. Denver -3. Across the board, our locks.
Seriously? That's what Zack has too?
And me, yep.
Let's go.
And in full disclosure again, is Zack and I and Scotty all bet it before it was 3, but we're taking 3 for the sake of, the boardwalk.
Yep.
Recapping Crossfires Thursday night, Scotty on the over, 51.5, Zack on the under. Washington football team, Scotty's on them +1. Zack has the Chargers -1, and then there's a crossfire between Scotty and I. Panthers -5.5, Jets +5.5, and I think that's all for crossfires. Yeah, we're on the same page for a few of them. And Zack's lock of the week of the century has Kansas City -6.
Oh, so, a little crossy.
Well, that's not part of Boardwalk, so it's not an official crossfire, but in his head, yes, simple. And I'd also like to bring back tease and thank you. Signing off on a teaser for you. I know. teaser for you, and this is mine. Scotty, we need your
I have one crafted up. I can pull it up if you want.
No, I'm saying you should Zack has a lock, so it's either a spread or a total. You should have a parlay, and I'll have a teaser.
Oh, okay. I have one long parlay. It's moneyline parlay. Of all the teams I like to win, right?
We'll call it Scotty's Party Parlay.
Scotty's Party Parlay. How about Scotty's Please Fucking God Parlay? It's my Hail Mary. Buccaneers moneyline.
Okay.
Bills moneyline.
Okay.
Titans moneyline. And this doesn't bode well for my boardwall pick. Chargers moneyline.
Okay.
Got to make.
What's that payout?
I have four more money lines.
Oh my god! Okay.
This is a big pay. It's plus 4,044.
I'm gonna bet it. Hey, I can't not be. If it hits, I can't not be there.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. So Bucks, Bills,
God,
Titans, Chargers.
We're so bad.
Dude, this has gotta hit. This has gotta hit.
All right.
Tell me where this misses.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Bucks, Bills, Titans, Chargers, Bengals.
I'm not betting it.
Just don't include that one.
I'm not.
But you got to make money somewhere in it.
Yeah.
Someone said, I saw a Bengals fan on Twitter, and they said, don't look too closely at Minnesota's roster because you might get too excited.
Yeah, I saw that too.
49ers, Broncos, and Packers.
All right, mine will be a 7-teamer. I was gonna say, at the end of the year, whoever between your parlay, Zach's lock of the week, and my teaser, whoever's up the most units. I just feel now it's if you just win one.
I know, seriously.
If it's gonna be 8 teams every week, all right. What's that payout? Plus 4,000.
Plus 4,000.
Jesus. All right, my teaser's gonna be 2 teams.
Yeah, I have a 2-teamer teaser. Or 3-teamer.
My 2-team teaser is going to be San Francisco. Take them down to -2, 6 point, and Los Angeles Rams take them down to -1.5, 6 point teaser. That pays out -125. So
you already got that on the book?
Yeah, I do. I think it. Again, another full disclosure, we've been betting these games. Yeah. That's why week 1's the hardest to bet because the spreads have gone moved so much.
Yeah.
I teased San Francisco when they were -7.5. I teased the Rams when they were -7. Right. But for the official, for the pod, we'll do just the 6 point teaser. So again, it's San Francisco -1.5, Rams -1.5. San Francisco -2, excuse me, Rams 1.5, and that pays out -125, and then just to write it down, Zack's Kansas City -6. That's -109. So we'll put a certain amount on each one, hypothetically, and we'll calculate the units later.
Maybe moving forward, honestly, obviously mine was a little bit of a of a Hail Mary. Should I go? Should I go 4? Just do a 4-teamer, or should I do a 2-teamer lock?
Yeah, I don't want to tell you how
tease,
to
lock, and okay, I'll do my Hail Mary parlays. That's fine. I think I want to hit one of those. Then, I want to see if I hit one of those.
Yeah. I did that every year last year. I did every week I went to the book and I did a $10 9-team alternate spread taking the Chiefs -5 against the Jets.
Yeah.
I moved the spread. It was an alternate teaser, whatever, and never hit one of them. The closest I got was I needed the Steelers to beat the Cowboys. I had a -6.5, and they won by 5 because they missed the 2-point conversion.
Oh my god!
That would have put them up 7. Yeah, that was $10 to win 147.
Great.
It felt All right, football related mock draft. First NFL Sunday. All of us are going to be together. I'm going to cross my fingers, say hopefully, because I don't want any. It'd be our luck that your test comes back bad. But all right, Scotty, I'll grant you the first pick because I'm in a giving mood. We got 3 picks. Favorite part of the first NFL Sunday? Go.
The 3 hours before the games.
God damn it.
That's the easiest answer you could ever pick.
Yeah, I try to wake up early, so mine's like 8 a.m. to like 12:59.
Dude,
so mine's about 5 hours.
I'm pretty sure that you and me have sat in the living room on NFL Sunday in like week 7, and the games, it's literally 1:10, or the games are starting the second quarter. You're like, God, can it just be next week before the games again? Because like I'm not like stressed about a bet or my fantasy or anything else. I'm just like in pure bliss. Like nothing's wrong right now. I'm 0-0. I'm like nothing's wrong yet. That's it.
All right, so the first 3 hours before the first kickoff, because it's like literally once it's 1 o'clock, it's like it's trench warfare. There's bombs thrown everywhere. You don't know what's going on half the time. A bet looks great, then it looks awful, then a bet looks dead, it looks good. I mean, there's so many balls in the air once 1 o'clock hits that the 4 hours of bliss beforehand is the perfect, perfect palate cleanser to start your day. Mine's gonna be McDonald's breakfast.
Love.
McDonald's breakfast. Starbucks is our tradition, which will continue this Sunday. McDonald's/Starbucks. Just basically breakfast, I guess, would be my pick. Mine would be like writing out a board of what your picks are.
Oh, fuck.
Before 1 o'clock. Yeah, so like writing out the board, and you always like, you write out your board, and every week you're like, how do I not go undefeated? Like, how do any of these lose?
Tell me where this loses. I mean, this like does not lose.
Especially teasers. You're like, how on earth does this lose? Yeah.
My pick is going to be live betting an underdog on Sunday. Like, for instance, let's see here.
If the Titans go up 7-0, I might live bet the Cardinals money line.
Right, exactly. You're like, oh shit, like, or if the if the Titans go down 7-0, I'll bet the Titans, who are minus 150, but then they go even money because it's
right. It's weird how it just pops up where you're like, that can't hold. Like, a team. It was like last year when the Chargers were up 24-7 on the Bucks. I'm like, no,
yeah.
Tampa Bay plus 14.5. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that all day with Tom Brady. Same when obviously it hurt, but the Bengals were up 21-0 on the Colts, and the Colts, who were 7-point favorites, were plus 13.5.
Oh God.
The Bengals don't blow it. The Bengals don't blow anybody out.
Yeah.
I should have taken money line, was like plus 3 something.
Yeah. That's the same. Yeah, and like, so that's one I really like too. So, yeah, I don't think that those are the things. It's the only reasons that you're like, oh, this can't hold. Especially like, I'll use the same example of the Cardinals against the Titans. It's like, if the Cardinals score first and the Titans go from minus 150 to the money line, or like even money on the money line, just because they didn't get the opportunity to even fucking touch the ball yet. I mean,
yeah, they get the ball in the second half.
Yeah, so, I mean, easily. I mean, like, I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's my turn again. I'm gonna say the no healthy foods apply rule. Like, so, like, I don't know how to phrase it any better, but it's just the ultimate cheat day. Like, you're like, even though you meal prepped, you order pizza. Or even though like you had been eating healthy all week and had a plan and you weren't going to do it, it's like, oh fuck, like I just feel like a piece of shit. I need a whole fucking pizza right now. So cheat day.
It's NFL Sunday. You're not going to have McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You're not going to have Victory Chinese.
Yeah.
If you come out even.
And even if you don't.
I broke even. Let's celebrate.
Yeah, it's like you just held the front lines against yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I deserve this.
It's like, guys, we extended the war past Christmas.
Yeah.
We can go home. We can take a day off. All right. And mine's just going to be being with the boys.
I love it. The squad.
All right. that our show?
That's our goddamn show. Week 1 is upon us.
Yeah, and we'll try to get like Zack involved. I think like Tuesday nights is going to be the day from here on out because that's when he can do it. So just a heads up there if you're looking for it. But Week 1, we're excited. Bucks, Cowboys, kickoff tomorrow. Kickoff less than 24 hours away. And there were days with the sun.
Oh, fuck. Stop. That's our show.
Alright. Here we go. There's a little place where the sun sleeps late and pulls himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island. That's where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave. Dolphins and whales are up mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Pleasure Island, island of pleasure. No need to stop and think. Pleasure Island, a beautiful treasure. Come on down and have a drink.